I guess I better finish chewing my cookie since you pushed live.
You ate it too late. Hey guys, how are you doing?
I needed the sugar.
It's Saturday night and we have some thrift stuff that Jami got for the shop while I was working and doing a little bit of touch up on those floors. I had a couple little pieces I had to patch left, but we are live and ready to go, mostly ready.
Oh, we're
Apparently
ready.
we needed cookies.
Oh, are you? Well, I can't help it. You don't eat sugar.
So every Saturday night, we go live and show you what we've thrifted. We are going to amp that up a little bit because we have a whole shop now that we've got to get filled up by September, mid-September.
I didn't know we were amping it up.
Well, you got some bigger pieces.
Well, you know.
We usually get smalls and you got some big stuff.
Well, you know, if you have big stuff, then you fill up more space faster.
That's true.
So if you guys are new to our channel, make sure you hit subscribe and notifications if you love DIYs, farmhouse, house renovations, and thrift hauls, because every Saturday night, 8:30 Mountain Time, we go live and we share our thrift haul. Everything that we're going to show you today was either thrifted or we found one large item that's to the left on Marketplace from my friend Tina. So we'll get started so you guys can see. So yeah, you guys can see what's going on, and we'll give you guys kind of some updates to like shop and house and all things going on in Jami Ray Vintage.
So this was $3. Tell me why you got this, because usually you don't go for this kind of gloss porcelain type situation.
Why did I get that? I don't know.
You just liked it?
I thought it was cool.
Are we going to be painting it at all?
I don't know. I kind of like the way it looks.
It does have kind of like a nice aged look to it. Oh my goodness, they didn't paint the bottom from the factory.
I just like the way it is, so I'm probably not painting it. That's maybe why I bought it. I just like the patina. It looks like an old something you would find someone's front porch.
So this is almost like just hard cement style, and then this is like a gloss glaze on here that's got kind of a fun aged look to it. So are you gonna put flowers in there?
I don't know.
How much would you sell it for in the shop?
Probably like $12 to $14.
12 to 14.
Somewhere in there. It was original. Did you tell them how much it originally cost? No,
$3.
you didn't. $3.
Originally $3. All right, rolling pin find. And you know, I always love rolling pins because every week we usually find one or two these days. They're coming back around. We couldn't find any for a while, and now we're finding them again. But they always have a different style handle almost every single time. They've got something different, and it makes them fun, and they look cool in a big jar together with all the painted handles that we've got.
Well, I was actually thinking I might not paint that one either.
You're not going to paint this either.
I know, you're shocked.
I'm not that shocked. You've kind of been going with more natural.
I want to mix
tones.
in some natural tones with my painted stuff, and I have a bunch of painted ones, so and I like the coloring on this.
When we're all said and done, we might end
It's not yellow,
up.
it's more blonde.
Yeah, it is blondish. But when we're all said and done here, getting this shop ready to go, we could end up with lots of light wood tones and seriously like all white. I would not be shocked. Because Jami has been wanting to do it her way forever.
I'm going to make it the way that it is.
So that's that one. There's those cool handles there. And then we have this fun tray. Jack, please don't bump the tripod if you're going to be crawling around over there, all right? No, don't crawl underneath it.
I'll go grab Jack.
All right, so we have a tray here, and it's got this fruit bowl that's painted on here. It was $4. I'm pretty sure Jami bought it with the intent to paint over it because it's stamped metal. Can you hear that? And it's got these really fun designs all around the edges. So that will probably be, it was $4, so she'll probably sell it for around 16 to 18. It's fairly large, it's probably about 18 inches wide by about 16 or so, maybe 15 deep. So good find there. And it actually has hanging hardware, so it was meant to be hung on a wall at some point.
So you are correct in that I was planning on painting it, and then I thought it would be fun to do like a stencil or a transfer in the middle. What did you say we were going to do?
Probably paint it white.
Okay, well, we're going to start there. And then we're going to add some more stuff. So yeah, no, I love the edge. I think it looks very like Tuscan, but I think when we're done with it, we're going to make it look cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and a pillow that's...
Crocheted.
It's a serious pillow, look at that.
It's cute. No, it looks like, can I see that real quick?
Hold on, I'm showing the people.
Show the people. It looks like somebody did it by hand. And there's a little, well maybe not, but there's a little pink stain here. So I'm gonna take and soak this in OxyClean and wash it on a gentle cycle since it is a used pillow. And then I'll lay it flat to dry. Actually, I think, hold on, wait for it.
Oh, it has a zipper. The insert comes out.
Oh, this is just one of those IKEA inserts, I think, right?
Maybe.
So maybe I'll just wash the cover and put a new insert in it. And it'll sell for about 20 bucks.
So I'm gonna pan. Jami got mannequins at the thrift store today.
Are you gonna show them the baskets later?
I'll show them the baskets in a minute.
Well, I just think if we're gonna have merchandise like merch, like Jami Ray vintage merch, it would look good on mannequins. And I happen to find these, and I actually have no idea what mannequins cost. But this one here is actually like a full-bodied mannequin, and this one is 25, and then this one was 20 on the stand. And I think it'll look good to have them on display, and then have all my shirts and things folded next to it.
So we also just threw our, we have the new apron. People have been asking us for a long time to get aprons, and we just threw a logo on there. It's the JRV Stencil Co. design on there, since we're getting our stencil line for wholesalers launched.
Yep, and this is my new workout tank top. I don't wear tank tops unless I'm working out, but I've got this new workout tank top. It's kind of fun.
And then,
oh, it says somebody said they run 125, and these are good deals on the mannequins. They're actually, as far as the mannequin themselves, they are in perfect condition. The metal's a little scuffed, but the bodies are very clean. They look good. So I just thought for $20 and $25, I couldn't go wrong. They actually had one more mannequin, and now I'm like, oh, maybe I should have gone back and grabbed that. So maybe I'll go back on my Nancy if it's still there.
I doubt it.
No, right?
All right, baskets. These baskets, I'm gonna move back a little.
Big baskets, and I don't have any more big baskets left in the shop. I paid $8 for the small one, $10 for the tall one, and they'll probably sell for about $22 for the smaller one, and probably $30 for the big one.
We have a handle casualty on this one.
Yeah, we might take the handles off or try and repair them. If we can't repair the handles, we'll just remove them completely.
Yeah, maybe just on this one, because these handles are okay on the big one.
Yeah, and I will actually take out the liner, because the liner is kind of a dated look. People don't really use those as much anymore, and it's stained. So I'll just take the liner out, and it's just a great large basket that you could use for storage for pillows or blankets or even a dirty clothes hamper. So, and the baskets will not get painted because I like the tones of wood that they are. So far, the only thing I'm showing you that's getting it painted is for sure that tray. Not because the tray is ugly by any means, just because it's not my style. So I'm gonna turn it into the style I like. And then down below, we found a bench for $25.
So we get that comment occasionally. People are like, that's not Farmhouse. No, maybe not, but we will turn it into that.
Yeah, we can make it look our way. This bench kind of looks like a small pew, even though it's not. And Jack noticed, and so did I, that it opens up for storage. Perfect for a front porch or an entryway. Oh, Vanna, you're doing a good job there. Vanna White.
How much did you pay for this?
That was $25 and will sell for about $150 to $200.
Stick around, we're gonna be painting this.
Yeah, so also I thought like this pillow, if you put this pillow on, there's like the perfect scale. Put another big pillow behind it for that, so. And we have one more exciting thing to
All right,
show
you come over and show them all the things.
Oh,
Come on around.
I know, I'm coming around. So I purchased this Hoosier.
We get a Hoosier about once every 2 years.
And I actually really love the wood grain on it. So I'm going, I like the contrast between the white enamel top. I'm going to see if I can have Zeb fix the Hoosier, fix all the shelves and everything, sturdy it up. And then I think we're gonna leave it as is and then use it for display in the shop because you can fit a lot of items. It would even be good, I think, for like merchandise, for like shirts, and you could put different things, open the drawers and put different things in there. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be for sale at the shop or if it's just going to be a permanent fixture for display, but I love it. It definitely fits the vibe that I'm going for in the shop.
So we do have all the drawers and even all the glass and everything, and it's even got the flower bin that's got the metal lined drawer.
Yeah.
And this is functional, it's just not really together and hasn't been washed in a hot minute.
It's a little dusty.
So it's gonna take some piecing together. As you can see, there's a strap down here on the bottom.
Wait, they can't
Oh,
see
they
the
can't
strap.
see the strap.
So
that
this
is holding it
was
together.
$70. I forgot to tell them how much it was. And all refurbished, I wouldn't sell it for less than $500 or $600 because at least here, Hoosiers are hard to come by.
Yeah.
So I would sell this for somewhere between $500 and $600 range once I get it put together, even if I don't paint it. So
Yeah, the strap is holding everything together. If I take that strap off, the legs will do like a tired horse.
all right, let's get to painting some stuff.
All right.
We're gonna move this. All right, so if you're just tuning in and you've never been on our channel before, we have a website called JamiRayVintage.com, which is where you can get the merchandise that we show here on the mannequin, Zeb's shirt he's wearing, where you can also get DIY products and stencils, stamps, all kinds of fun stuff. So we're gonna be using DIY paint in White Swan. Those of you that have been around for a long time have seen me use this many times. Zeb, I was gonna do that tray too.
Oh, I'll bring it back.
Yeah. The nice thing about the White Swan is that it covers really well. If you've used a lot of other brands, white is the hardest one to get to cover.
I'm gonna move the mannequins, they're going away.
The only thing that might be a problem is we might get bleed through on that bench, but I'll deal with it when and if that happens. So this was $4 for this little platter, which I kind of think was a little on the high side, but that's all right.
So this mannequin here was meant to be
Huh.
hanging from something.
Yeah,
It has
well-
like this cable on the back.
Well, you know, we could just put like a big farmhouse hook and just hang it. It would look cool. I thought it was fun. I feel like I'm so professional. Like, I'm gonna have a shop and it's gonna have mannequins. I don't know why mannequins makes a shop like way more fancy, but in my mind it does.
It's next level.
I've taken this shop up a notch with mannequins. I probably won't carry my whole line of t-shirts there, but I'm definitely gonna carry the I Love Junk ones because they're the most popular on the website, and maybe some aprons.
All right, you ready for me to lift this
Yeah,
up
you
on
wanna
here?
put the bench right there, and then I'm gonna paint this here.
Yep.
Where does the word Hoosier come from? I don't know.
It's
Does anybody
probably
know?
the brand of what it was
Probably.
originally. The brand or the name of the person that made it up, you know. They designed those little kitchenettes.
This would make a really pretty chalkboard too. I like that.
I don't know if anybody can see what you got going on the
I
side
don't
over
know.
there.
Can you guys see me? I'm just painting it so it can dry and I can show you how pretty it is wet distressed.
There we go.
Alright. Alright, Zeb, you want to paint this? Get started with
I
that.
will. Should I wipe it down? It's kind of shiny.
Yeah, well, it's not shiny, but it might have crusties on it.
Looks like I need to do some repair work up over here too.
Does it need repair work?
Just a little.
We can fix it later and then touch
I'm
it
gonna
up.
screw it down right now and see if that helps.
Okay.
Because it has a loose screw over here.
Because I feel like I have a few loose screws in my head.
Well,
So
we went and met with the architect for the addition on was it Thursday? And he
yeah.
had a lot of really good ideas, really fun things. But design wise, I think he's done a lot of modern stuff. And
Not a lot of farmhouse.
Jamie's like, no, it needs to be like seriously, just keep it straight lines.
Yeah, so I've been
And he
working on
was-
a lot of design stuff. I feel like sometimes that's kind of hard. And if you're just tuning in and you're like, what are you talking about, architect? Zeb and I bought a 100-year-old house and we're currently renovating it and showing all the videos on YouTube. And we haven't hired a lot of stuff out, but one of the things we felt was important was to hire an architect. And we have an amazing architect, but it's really hard because I've never designed a house before and I know exactly what I want, but I don't know how to describe what I want. So I'm probably like a really annoying customer. So when we're done with this live, I gotta get to the drawing board and do some sketches and see if I can get that across.
See if you can show him
Zeb
on
probably
paper.
feels the same way when he builds stuff for me.
Yeah, usually you tell me things and I do it just how you showed me in the picture and you're like, no, I didn't want that.
Not exactly. It's because I don't always know how to explain it. All right, that's painted. Okay.
So we are using the, so I have the Paint Pixie number, is it the number 8?
I don't know, it's a synthetic one.
It's the synthetic brush.
Do you need
And
something, Harrington?
Harrington
Yes, I'm
has,
gonna go hang out with my friends.
Okay, you better text me.
Okay.
Thank you. Be home by 11:30. I have church tomorrow.
Harrington was like weirdly standing behind the
Sorry.
camera just staring at us.
I don't know why he's been home all day and then now we're live and he's like, oh, I gotta say something. Debs, where do I find the emojis on the laptop? Oh, I don't know that. Okay.
They should be right there on the, like you just click the little smiley face next to the chat.
Okay, what color of DIY would be best for cream but not yellow? Crinoline.
Crinoline, yeah, that's...
But it's in the yellow, like...
I feel like it is in the yellow family.
Yeah, so, I mean, White Swan is not yellow, but it's warm. Maybe mix White Swan with crinoline. I don't think you're going to find a cream that doesn't have yellow in it.
What you could do is take White Swan and like just a drop or two of Prairie Gray, and that'll brown it up.
Yeah, you could have
That'll make it more creamy.
Cream. The other thing, too, is lighting. So if you have cool lighting, your stuff is not going to look yellow. If you have warm lighting, most creams are going to look yellow. So if you change your light bulbs, sometimes that helps it. This is not an old, this has modern screws on it.
Yeah, it's got Allen heads on there.
Oh, well, all right, let's see if we have any questions here. I have two benches just like those. One is a little bigger than the other. Yeah, I found a smaller one too, and I didn't buy it because it was only $5 cheaper and it was way smaller. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to hide that.
So we got most of the flooring done. I have two little spots I have to patch still. We're coming down to the wood scraps. I am almost out of the wood for the wood flooring, and I discovered that some was 3-inch wide that they must have replaced later down the road, and that's why they have that weird strip in there in the middle. And most of it is 3 1/4. So somewhere along the lines, I mixed it in with my stuff that I was using, and so I had to just butt it up against the flooring in what will be the living room. And it looks okay. I think it'll look good painted. It's very up there, very tight.
I forgot that your brush strokes are
heavy.
I haven't painted with you in a while.
I usually don't worry about brush strokes until I start sanding when I'm distressing. Ever. I don't worry about them. But we're running out of wood, but I only have a couple places to patch, so I think it'll be all right. Is that my brush stroke or your brush stroke?
I'm fixing it.
Because I feel like you just gave me a figure 8 over here.
I feel like it's good. All right, now I gotta paint the seat.
Yeah. So see, you got me a weird line over here.
Well, then you can fix it on your side. All right, what else are we talking about? Oh, the flooring. Oh, the shop. If you didn't watch last week's video, we are taking over the lease at Molly's Forget-Me-Not, and we are going to be opening up our own shop. So we will not be renting space anymore. It will be our store. So I have a whole bunch of space to fill. Deb told me my garage was full.
The garage is full. So Monday may get a video squeezed in of us finishing up some things in the garage, because this is not the only large purchases she's been making, and then we dove like headlong into the house project, and we haven't really been finishing things for the shop because we had a lot of extra inventory, and now that's all gone.
Yeah. So we may have a few or 20 things in the garage that I need to get to on Monday. I've been shopping a lot. I mean, that's half the battle. You got to buy the stuff.
It's also what Jami does when she gets stressed about financial things. It's always been her go-to to find if we needed extra money, she finds really cheap or almost free furniture, and then brings it home like this Hoosier for $70 Hoosier. I mean, the thing needs all the way pieced back together. It's going to be awesome when we're done, but it's going to be a lot of work.
It's called emotional shopping. It's a thing. I'm an emotional junker. I'm an emotional junker. What can I say?
She basically, when she gets stressed about financial stuff, she's like, oh man, we got the house, we got the shop, we got the stencil line coming out for retailers. And she's like, I'm just going to buy all the free or find all the free or really cheap furniture I can get, and I'm not going to say no.
What I need to say no to is dropping paint on the floor.
Yeah.
Luckily, DIY is pretty washable.
Yeah, if you catch it quick, it wipes right off.
Okay.
Okay, so we got all kinds of funky brush strokes. I'm going to come back through now and straighten these out. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's all right. I'll allow it. I'm definitely an emotional shopper. Comment below if you go shopping when you're stressed out. I feel like it's productive shopping though, because you then finish all my projects and it does make money. It's tough to that point.
So with DIY, when we go back to put the second coat on this, light with the brush. Don't go crazy. Like, put your paint on, give it 1 or 2 strokes across, and then walk away. If you still see streakies, you're gonna have to put a third coat, or at least third coat in that spot. The second coat
will activate the first coat, so you just have to brush lightly. All right, that's pretty well smoothed on there.
Otherwise, you'll just keep chasing it and chasing it and chasing it. And for people worrying about it, because everybody usually does, we will most likely take this out to the garage and spray inside of here. That's going to help clean up the lines. We're not gonna lift this up just yet. Well, maybe we will, but we're not gonna paint that by hand.
We won't leave that. We'll just spray it.
We'll spray it so that it's nice and clean, and that'll be super easy to spray without getting any brush strokes at all.
You just can't spray when you're live on camera. If we didn't have a paint sprayer, we'd wait till it was all dry, and then we would come in there and fix it, and then we would paint the inside, because that's definitely something that would be tacky if you didn't paint the inside of it. You get weird lines. All right, I'm coming from behind. I'm almost done. Can you come from behind me? I'm going to check.
Yeah. Read all the comments.
I'm going to check all the comments. Okay. All right. Woo, there's a lot of comments.
So this bench is not finished in the back. I would probably give it like a once real quick coat on the back of the bench, because it literally has like holes and things for the screws to go into in the back. Like, it was meant to go up against the wall, and we will leave it like that and not finish it, but I'll give it a quick coat of paint when we're spraying the inside. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll just spray the back like real fast.
In case someone wants to put it at a dining table.
Oh, okay.
That's why I would definitely paint the back of it. Let's see. A lot of people are commenting that they are emotional shoppers too. And one, I can't remember who it was. Let me see. Jami Louise Renewed Purpose said she's not an emotional shopper. She's just a shopper regardless of her mood. That's true. I'm kind of a shopper too. Oh, look at this bleed through situation we have going on here.
All right. So we can talk about it.
So can you guys see this? How it's like yellow. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of yellowing where the paint's coming through. So there must have been something on here that's now coming through my paint. So this is probably going to get painted another color, because if I just shellac it to cover up that bleed through, then I'm not going to be able to wet distress, which is what I really, really like. So I'm going to let this dry. I'll paint it a darker color, then wet distress, and then put a fun transfer on it, because I've got bleed through. Sometimes people are like, how do you guys pick the colors you're going to use? Sometimes it's because we have bleed through coming through. If that was furniture, I would just shellac it, but because it's decor and I want to wet distress it, I'm not going to shellac it to cover up that bleed through. And that's not because of the paint I've used, it's just whatever happens to be on there. Any paint would do the same thing. Zeb, can you?
It's probably grease or oils or something.
Who knows? Or the original finish on there.
Can I what now?
Can you get that back corner under there?
Yep, I'm working on it.
I missed it. Hold on. All right. Let's see what other questions we have. Oh, somebody asked if we thought about metal detecting around the farmhouse and under it. Don't mention that, because Zeb likes that idea.
I love metal detectors, and I've always wanted one. That would be a good excuse for me to get one. I'm sure we could find all kinds of stuff.
Somebody had a good suggestion. They asked if I could scrub the paint off because it's not sealed, and then shellac it and then repaint. I could probably do that, but I don't want to because that's a lot of work.
Well, it's best to shellac in the garage.
Yeah, so, or what I might do is I might just wet distress it and leave the bleed through, and then do like a dark wax over it and then pretend like it was on purpose. I do that a lot too.
How long did that take us to paint that?
I don't know.
15 minutes?
How long did it take to paint? I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to carefully go through this because there's like paint buildup that happens in divots. I don't like that. And there's a drip right there. Oh, it didn't take very long. Pretty quick. So this only needs another coat and it'll be finished. think it turned out really cute.
Are you not painting the handles on that rolling pin?
No.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Oh, look, we forgot to talk about this. Here, Sharon.
Oh, yeah. So,
Sharon, Alabama.
Sharon, Alabama, from my friend from YouTube, sent me Happy Mail. See, there's a bunch of knobs. So I got knobs for days. Thank you, Sharon. We're going to be using this. You love my shirt. Thanks. Do you mean the shirt hanging or the shirt I'm wearing? I should be wearing this Lehigh shirt while I'm painting.
We had, oh, you got paint on it.
Oh, do I?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, well,
Over
I
there.
guess it's now a paint shirt. Shoot. I didn't like the new designs this year, and now I'm stuck with them because I can't wear this one with paint on it till they get game. All right, let's see. I could have missed this in the house, but did you all know that the staircase was there when you bought it? Did you find anything good in that basement? So, yeah, we knew the staircase was there. There's actually a back staircase, and there was nothing good in the basement. So far, we found like an old bottle of empty booze and an old spice bottle. Thanks, Dina. Dina gave me $5 towards my emotional shopping fund. This heart's for you. Are you going to stencil the bench? I actually think that I might, but I can't decide what to do because it's got like two here, so I might stencil on the top and leave that the way that it is.
Are you sure I can't paint the handles on that rolling pin?
It would make you happy to paint the handles on the rolling pin?
I like them all painted because I think you still get a lot of the natural wood because the actual pin itself
Sorry, that was my backside.
is
All right,
the natural wood tones.
paint the handles on the rolling pin.
Should I just do it white since we've been doing lots of white? We don't have any white rolling pin handles.
I say go for it.
All right.
When in doubt, white works
I
pretty
would
well.
move this, but then we'll get paint all over everywhere.
So Kim says she would stencil the seat part. I'm thinking that would look good too. Oops, still wet. Where's your heat gun?
My heat gun is right outside. Looks like you're gonna go get it.
Right outside where?
Man, that really got yellow. It might be actually like where it's supposed to be put away.
Oh.
Which I know would be shocking right now because I now, since I've been working at the house and then working here too, I now understand why my dad has a set of tools everywhere he goes because you just can't remember to bring everything, so you end up buying new stuff and then you end up with a bunch of tools. So I can no longer be like, Dad, why do you have an entire trailer house full of tools?
Busting out the heat gun. We don't suggest it, but we're doing it anyways. Oh, thanks, Marianne Blanchard. $20 to my emotional shopping fund. I appreciate that. No, we are super excited about the house. We're excited about the shop. We have a lot of work ahead of us. I'm hoping that the videos wind up being interesting. I don't know if it's boring to just watch us slowly work on things, but Zeb did get quite a bit done. Do you want to show them when you're done painting that, what the floor looks like?
Unless you sent it to yourself, it's on the phone that's streaming.
I did. I texted it to myself.
Okay, well then I can show them.
Okay. If you do use a heat gun, which we don't suggest, make sure you move it a lot so you don't burn the paint.
Yeah, the only reason she's using it is so we can get it dry while we're still on live on the video.
I'm just going to put a second coat in the middle so I can stencil it and then I'll paint the rest later. All right.
But then I won't be able to spray it. Well, I guess I can.
You can spray the inside. All right.
And I am going to wipe some paint off here because I got some on my handle.
So I bought a 100-plus-year-old mansion in Texas that is 10,000 square feet. Don't even know where to start.
Wow, that's a lot of old house.
First, start with structural. So anything that's going to make sure that the foundation is good, make sure that the roof is good, make sure the structure is good. Then I would say worry about electrical, plumbing, everything behind the walls. Once you get that squared away, then worry about flooring and walls. After you get that done, then you can slowly piece in the rest. That would be my suggestion. And if you can't finish the whole thing at once, find the areas that you're going to do the most living in, and then take those areas and finish those out, and then work your way through. But structural on the whole house always has to be first.
What do you guys think of the white handles? Yes? No? It'll obviously get distressed. We'll bring some of that wood back through.
I think it looks good.
But
Woods and whites.
I think it'll look good with the other colors we have in there.
Yeah, it'll look good. to a little neutral. I have a lot of color in my space now, surprisingly enough. So the whites will be good. All right, I'm just painting the middle of this so I can stencil it. And you guys,
what if we wet
you want to bring
distress
them in
this?
closer? Yeah, wet distress it.
What
and
if we
then
wet distress this and then dark wax it?
That's what I said
Oh,
like 5 minutes ago.
I missed the memo.
You missed the memo. Let me put a second coat of paint on the middle. And that's where we're going to do the transfer.
Where are you putting the stencils at?
On this?
On the bench.
Oh,
Are you gonna be putting it right here, or are you gonna
Hold on.
like do a stencil here and a stencil there?
I'm gonna, don't worry about it. I'm putting a stencil in the middle. Just gotta blow dry it. Hold on. Alright, now we need two heat guns.
Yeah, we do. I'll just fan this one.
They said you should put a stripe on the handles. That would be cute to like stripe it around.
Oh, yeah. I'll let that dry for a minute, and then we'll try that out. I think I got some tape in here. I got some tape, and I'm gonna pick a color.
I don't know when the new IOD transfers are coming out. I've been told early fall, but you just never know. I got a chunk of something on there. Gina says that she even has her hubby watching and he was a contractor. Hopefully he doesn't cringe at the work we do. Sometimes when you're with the old house, there's not like a right and a wrong way to do things. You just gotta fix it. All right. Can you guys see the good coverage we have for the second coat? That's why I love DIY White Swan. It's one of my favorite colors. Oh, thanks, Anita. Yeah, my dad, being a contractor, my dad instilled a lot of building in me, although he didn't actually let me help a lot, so I wish he would have. Zeb's dad was an engineer. Oops. Oh, no.
What did you do? Did you burn it?
Oh, no.
Did you burn it? It smells like
No,
you
I
burned
didn't. I didn't burn it. I just did it. Oh.
Did you
oh,
brown it?
I should just leave it alone. It's got texture. It's got texture. It's
Oh,
okay.
you crackled it?
No. It's just,
Oh, stop. Stop. Don't go over it 100 times.
it's fine.
So I was thinking if I take this off, I might pull all this paint I just put on here right off because it's so fresh. So,
Here, talk in front of the camera.
I will. I'm going to come over here and do more of this.
Sherry Sparks, I don't know who won the flea market flip with me and Debbie because she's the one that sold the items, so I haven't asked her yet. But I will text her tonight.
I'm just going to freehand it and see how that goes. I may end up washing it all off, but I've got a surprise color here, one that Jami wouldn't normally pick, especially with white.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was on that live video on Wednesday and she was stuck in the airport and everybody was like, no, don't do it, don't paint that, or trying to tell me how to paint stuff. And even had she been here, I probably would have still done my same thing. Mostly because I like to tease her a little bit, and sometimes I just really and seriously just winging it.
We're winging our whole lives. They're laughing at me.
Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm just spinning the other handle and holding the brush. May have to do 2 coats.
Are you doing it freehand?
Yeah, because I think if I tape it, it'll just peel it all off. And my white swan is still a little wet, so it's kind of blending.
So Denise, Musgrave bought a hutch at an auction. I'm gonna let that dry by itself for a little bit. She bought a hutch at an auction for $1, and it's got wallpaper inside, not very well, and she can't get it off. So try spraying it with water and then scraping off as much as you can, and then use a sander to smooth it out, and then you should be able to paint it, or at least get it smooth enough to where you could put some new wallpaper on that might be a little bit prettier. I don't know, that's what I would do. Let's see. Which IOD transfer did you use in the 40 flory flip? Which one did I use? I think it was the one that had the 4 florals on it that's colored.
Yeah.
But that's not, is that Classic Bouquets, or is Classic Bouquets the black and white one?
I'm not
Caitlin
sure.
might know which one that is. It's the florals. There's 4 florals on one transfer, and they're kind of square, like 4 square florals.
Let me borrow that heat gun. I'm gonna dry this up real quick.
All right, there you go.
That 40/40 flip was like 2.5 months ago. I can't be responsible for remembering that far back.
Oh, this is a good one. Liquid fabric softener with water gets rid of wallpaper.
Oh, there
Sweet.
you go.
Okay, Caitlin's looking for that transfer for you now that I've described it. Dina says that I'm winging it right, and then somebody said I was funny because I was like, uh-oh. All right. Carolyn says, I just did my TV in White Swan, and it turned out great. It's a really fun color. Katie Scott's going to bed. What? It's like you're in Canada, and it's 11 o'clock at night or something. All right. Okay. We're doing a good job of winging our lives. I wing. My entire life is winging it. Okay. I think this is probably dry enough to stencil. All right, Zeb, you're going to have to talk to him.
I'm just back here dry brushing this.
Dry
I'm hiding behind the bench that we put up here in the
You're
middle
not
of this.
dry brushing it. You're.
Or not dry brushing, drying it with the heat gun.
Did you do a stripe on both sides?
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of need to paint the edge a little more because it's paint. All right, he's going to show it to you in a minute.
I'm gonna go and do another coat of green, and then I'm gonna wet distress it.
So somebody said, will DIY paint stick to a shiny dining room table? Yep. I would sand it though, just to like give it a little bit of tooth to stick to, nothing crazy. And then do a thin coat, let it dry completely, and then put another coat. And just know that a shinier surface is gonna take more coats of paint, and you're gonna need to be very careful with your subsequent coats of paint so you don't pull off that first coat, because it really takes a while to stick. If you can spray it, even better, because then you don't have to worry about pulling that paint off. Okay, let's see. It's 11:10 in Ontario. What did I do with the questions? Where'd they go? There we go. It's 5 a.m. Sunday morning in the Netherlands.
Wow. You guys are way ahead of us.
So our dining table, Zeb built it, and there is a video on it. So if you just search Jami Ray Vintage, probably farm table, it should show up. We're actually going to be selling it and building a new farm table with wood from the new house, because we don't have enough things to do.
That's the plan.
Yep.
Well, I'm saving all that wood from that we cut out of the ceiling joists.
Let's see. Politically Incorrect says, I got a new shop twice the size of the old one. I'm so excited. Zeb, need your help. Can't get blade in my Busy Bee scroll saw. Zeb, do you know how to use those?
Because it have the twist kind. Oh, in the scroll saw. So you just loosen that nut up in the back, and then it's got the two little. It's almost like a T-bar in there, and you just hook that on the bottom. It's easier to hook the bottom first on a scroll saw, and then slide it up into the top one. You can press it down when it's loose, and slide it into the top one, and then you tighten that nut back up until it's taut, and then you're good to go. That's the best way I could describe that without showing.
If I'm going to do this, it's going to need a big fat grain sack stripe. How much time we got? Oh, it's 9:11.
Yeah, we got time.
I got time for a stripe?
I think so.
I think you should probably...
Hang on, I'm gonna dry this out over here. I'm hiding in the corner again.
I'll dry it out. You want to lay that out? You got tape?
Well, I'm gonna wet distress this so that it's not like apparent that my line isn't super straight.
Here, can I see real quick?
Are you gonna go show people?
No, I'm going to fix it.
Fix it what?
You have not enough paint on the tips.
I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna wet
I
distress
know, but it looks streaky. Can you get the tape and put a stripe on that
Yeah.
bench?
Where do you want it? You want it going down like a racing stripe?
Yeah, like down the middle.
Down the middle, like a racing stripe.
Yeah, I wish I had my grain sack stripe stencil already, but that doesn't come out for a few weeks. Well, actually, supposedly next week. That's when we're supposed to get the final proofs, but you never know. If you guys are interested in Jami Ray Vintage stencils, you can pick them up at jamirayvintage.com, but if you are a retailer and you resell goods, we are looking for wholesalers, and if you go to jrvwholesale.com, you can apply to be a retailer.
I'm looking for retailers.
What did I say? Wholesalers. Sorry, we are wholesalers, we're looking for retailers. I know we need DIY paint in Australia. Right now, nobody has it there, but we do ship it there. This has a name on it. It says Haley. Is it burned? Is that burned into the wood?
Yeah, looks like it was stamped in there.
All right, here's a close-up of his stripes. I think he did pretty good on the stripes. Let's see. And then, can you guys see that? This name is actually burned into the wood, which is really cool.
It could be a brand.
Could be a brand, but I think it looks like somebody just put their name on it. I don't know. Do you guys know? Anyways, you guys like the stripes? I think that's really cute. All right. Good job. Good job, sweetie. I guess I'll keep it.
I even like the gypsy green.
Yeah, no, I don't dislike gypsy green. Oh, you're putting it down. No, this way.
This way?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I asked down the middle like a racing stripe, and you said, yeah, down the
middle.
middle.
That middle.
See, this is what happens when Jami explains things, and then other people build them.
Oh, like on a car, like this is the front of the car?
Yeah.
I'm thinking a racing stripe like down the side.
No.
You did. See, maybe it was you.
Here, hold this down there.
Okay, hold on.
You plop it somewhere, and I'll try to make it as straight as I can.
What are you laughing at? Are you laughing at my plopping skills?
No.
Make it straight so you don't make people's eyes twitch. Do you need a measuring tape?
It'd be better if I was standing up above it, but I think I got it. It's just this angle because it gets narrower.
All right. Pick a width. I don't really care. Anyway,
Here,
I'll find
well,
a
you
color.
plop it back down over on your side.
All right.
Oh, you're going real wide.
Yeah. It's a little fatty. All right, there you go. Now make it straight. There's more space over here than here, but that's okay, right?
Don't look at it because it's an optical illusion, because as things go away from you, it's foreshortening it.
I'm looking away. I'm looking away. Just do it.
So it'll mess with your eye.
All right, leave it.
Hold on.
You gotta put tape right here and right there,
I'm
too.
gonna measure it.
You're gonna measure it?
Yeah.
A very exact measurement.
I'm just going to the thumb mark. Oh, we're way wider over on this side.
What are we gonna do to fix it?
Lift it up and retape it down. Oh, your side is not stuck.
Where's my dusty? Oh, there's a palm pro. That'll do. Coloring is.
It's not sticking to this DIY tape or paint very well because it is not dry.
Well, it doesn't have
It's
to.
dry-ish.
It doesn't have to be all the way. So this is my apothecary that I mixed with gypsy green. So that's the color we're
Who
gonna use.
needs a tape measure? You just.
Eyeball it.
Oh man, that's close there.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
I have, you know what? I put that whole floor in and I used the tape measure once. Because when you're doing trim work like that, or
that
like
floor,
flooring,
if you tried to measure that, you'd lose your mind. That floor.
well, it's so much faster to just like set it up against where you need the cut to be and then just mark it.
Okay, is this correct?
Yeah, put it down.
Okay, I need to put a little strip of tape there and a little strip of tape there. So the next color I'm going to be using, this is apothecary mixed with gypsy green. So it's more of a sage green color. It's almost 50-50, a little bit more apothecary than gypsy green, but it's a pretty sage green color. So can you guys see that? It's more sagey.
It's a darker green.
So this is gypsy green mixed with apothecary. If you look on the, can you look on the can?
I feel like it's
See
really
the color
close.
that's on the can? The color on the can is more blue. That's the actual apothecary color. And the one on top is the color that I mixed, adding the gypsy green. So it just is a fun.
I feel like it's really close to Pantry Door in
It
Sweet
is.
Pickins Milk Paint.
It is, and I love pantry door.
Here, I'm going to bring you guys flying so you can watch this stripe go on good.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect.
See what we've done over here.
It'll cover up where I messed it up when I was blow drying it. The thing is, I gotta blow dry this before I can stencil it. Okay.
Just don't go over the stripes.
I will, and I'm pushing kind of down on it so I can push down on the tape, so hopefully I get a nice smooth.
You've really created kind of a nice vintage green there.
You know, I do what I can. And I don't know that my stripe's gonna be very straight because that tape is not sticking up.
Yeah, well, the paint is still wet right there.
Well, you know, sometimes you got what you got when you're on a live video. All right.
Okay, tape off.
Tape off. Still know that this stripe's gonna be very straight. Oh!
Well, you gotta relax when you're pulling the tape off.
It's like a little messed up over here, but that's okay. I can actually touch that up with a small craft brush.
Or just to stress it heavier over there.
Yeah. If you ever have a problem where it doesn't come out just right, Zeb's gonna show you the stripe before I blow dry it. But you can just come back with like a little craft brush and a straight edge and totally fix your line, which is what I'm gonna do over here. But I'll do that later. Okay, it's not too bad. But over here it's messed up. That's okay, I'll fix it. I'm good at fixing mistakes because I've made a lot of them. All right. But it's not
plugged in.
This outlet is loose.
Yep.
I'm just gonna dry it in the middle.
You're too close, you can burn it. It's better to move it fast and come back. There you go.
I don't have to go I don't have to dry the whole stripe, just where I'm gonna be.
What stencil are you gonna do? Did you decide?
The Bemis one.
Oh. Okay.
That's why I did the long stripe to kind of fill the area where the stencil won't be, because the stencil's round. That was real fancy with the little thin stripe here.
That is real fancy.
Yeah, I gotta wait for that stencil to come in. Hold on. It's pretty well dry.
I give it a couple more passes.
You know,
because it's just on the top. It's still.
Now DIY paint, when it dries lighter in color. That's how you know when it's dry. Whatever you want to show me. And it's not shiny at all when it's dry. So you can kind of show them where I heat gunned it. Or I haven't.
You can kind of see. We're getting some weird shadows tonight.
Yeah. But anyways, right here, it's dry. All right. Next. I'm going to line this up.
Here, I'm just gonna hold the camera high.
So the A should be right in the middle there. My stencil is really dirty. Okay, Zeb, tell me when it's centered.
Well, we just used here, let me put the camera down, I'll come center it.
Okay, you center it.
I definitely can't tell from over here.
Hold on, you're gonna get Zeb's back of his head. Tape that on there for me.
Oh, wow. Hold on.
Wow, what?
Gotta move it like an inch.
Oh, okay. Do we have a little seed clean?
More like 2 inches. There's a chance.
I got one.
There's definitely a bunch of stencil brushes in there right now.
So I'm going to use one of our new JRV stencil brushes. They will be available in a few months.
Oh, you set this in the green paint.
Is that what?
The tape.
Well, you know.
And then I set it down on the white.
Well, you know. Okay.
Did you say how much you would sell this for?
I said between 150 and 200.
Oh, okay. Can we pay 25 for it?
Yeah, I'm offloading my stencil brush right now. Okay, so here's the thing with stenciling. Can you see how dry my brush is? It's like not dripping paint in the least. That's how you want it. If you have a lot of paint on there, it's gonna get under the edge. That is the trick. Also having a good stiff stencil brush. You don't want too much flex in there or else you're gonna get crap everywhere. So.
Crap means paint.
Otherwise known as paint. And
I can't see what I'm seeing.
People do different things. I brush up and down. I'm using weathered wood because it's a good contrast.
Here, use that other hand to hold the top of that so it doesn't bang.
Okay.
There you go.
Gotta offload a little bit.
Oh, that's better.
Somebody's cat's gonna think somebody's knocking on the door again.
I feel like we should stencil every episode just because of that.
For the cat. As long as there's not like a dog barking somewhere because of us. Alright, I gotta get some of that paint off there. Sorry, I'm down here using my drop cloth to offload.
Can I see that?
I don't know.
So, I tried to make the last house video longer, and people still wanted it longer. It's basically gonna be like a half-hour episode by the time I'm done. It was 18 minutes long.
This is gonna be a lot of me doing this, so why don't you answer questions?
Okay. We'll do a
video.
grand reveal. All right, questions. Oh, Cheryl says it's 9:20 where she's at in Canada. You must be West Coast Canada. That's the same time as us. Sue, yes, sometimes it is best to make mistakes so you know how to fix them.
It makes me a good teacher because people are always like, I did this, how do I fix it? And I'm like, oh, I did that once. Or 52 times. Sometimes I don't learn from my own mistakes.
When in doubt, distress it. Not many questions, lots of people commenting on stuff.
Okay. Well, if you have any questions for Zeb, now's the time.
All right. Gina Pearson. Okay, so I did a thing. I bought a vintage print in a beautiful frame. I've already shared it, but I want to slightly whitewash it and put a transfer on it. Thoughts?
Do it. What you got to lose? Try it out. Without seeing it, I can't give like direct advice, but I think it'd be cool. So you want to have like the print come through kind of the whitewash and then transfer over the top of it?
Yeah,
I think if you did that, I would probably use one of the black and white transfers. So it has less going on, and then the whitewashed vintage print would show through.
Kim Hatton, yeah, the mixed green is great.
Yeah, it's just gypsy green and apothecary. We have a new color coming out that I created, so I'm excited about that. It's coming in a few weeks.
Susan Norton, will house videos be longer or more often? Well, I can only kick them out about twice a week just because the work is taking a long time and I have to get enough footage to edit it down to be like a regular good video. Because if you just, sometimes I'll be working over there, right? I'll be over in the corner stapling in wood flooring, and then I'll let the camera run for like 20 minutes and forget about it. And so I have 20 minutes of footage. Sometimes I'm not even in the shot. So I have to edit those down. And so I don't know how much longer they're really gonna be. I feel like 10 to 20 minutes is kind of the range they've been. So they'll probably be right around there for the most part. And if
We'll do some compilation videos. Like once we complete spaces.
Yeah, we're going to do that soon to kind of show the progress of where it was when we started, and then where we're at now. Yeah, those will be a little bit longer.
You're tall. I can't
Yeah, you
get
missed
it
some stuff.
I missed some stuff.
Here, some people have been commenting while I was watching you.
Okay. Yeah, Gina, if you message me, I can let you know what I would think. So you can message me a picture of it, and I've never tried it, but I can offer you my best educated guess. When using my jigsaw, it's cutting at a slant and not straight. How do I fix that? I'm holding it straight and my blade isn't bent.
Is your blade sharp? How thick is the material? Are you using the right blade for the material? Because some of those jigsaw blades are made for metal, some are bimetal, some are made for hardwood, some are made for softwood. And depending on what blade you have, if you have to push to get it to cut, you're gonna get a curve in that every time. You wanna just kind of almost let the jigsaw do most of the work, and then you're just holding it steady on there and work it around the corner. So check your blade types for what you're cutting. That's important. And also they make them so that they have the teeth pointing up and the teeth pointing down. So all those things.
All right, let's see. We have, can I sell on eBay? The stencils can be sold on like eBay, Amazon, or Etsy, just because then it would saturate the market for selling the stencils. Do we have plans for a second story? We do have plans for a second story. We will have that video out maybe this week. Kind of depends.
It was going to be Monday, but we have changes that we want to make first.
Yeah, that's my fault. So it might be a little bit longer before you guys get plans.
All
I
right,
just want to
peel
make sure
that
they're
off.
right. Hold on, and then Dawn Bowden says she has big top and it's sticking to the top, makes it hard to open. So it sticks really well, which is good for sealing, not so good for your can. Oh, we missed the middle.
We missed the
A.
middle of the A.
All right,
Here,
can
I'll
you
poke
lay
it back
that
on
down?
and do that real
Okay.
quick.
So what you need to do when you're using your big top is you need to dampen and wipe off that edge so that way there's none sticking on there, and then screw the lid on, and that'll keep it from sticking so tight. Let's see. Oh, thank you, $1.99. Jen Dune. Awesome.
Oh, guys, the member chapter. Jamie's written it. I got to edit it still. I have been busy and haven't gotten to it yet. We have not forgotten about it.
Yeah, if you're a channel member and you've been waiting on our book chapter, it's coming. Zeb will get it probably up in the next few days. But it's written by me, so hopefully it'll be maybe something different because Zeb usually writes them. Okay, he's going to show you the stencil. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? So picture this with a second coat on it, and it'll look more like this, and we'll lightly distress it. I think this is going to be really fun. And the reason why I decided to stencil in the middle is because I'm going to put some throw pillows here, some throw pillows there, and you can see the whole stencil. You can pick this stencil and the paint up at JamiRayVintage.com, and when you do, that helps support our channel, our renovation, our family, so we can make more content. Zeb, you're not in the thing.
Oh,
but
sorry.
thank you guys so much for joining us and for supporting us. We appreciate that. And if you haven't looked into channel membership, if you click the join button, all the information about channel membership is there. We have a lot of fun with our channel members. It's just extra content. Printable, Zeb did an old schoolhouse this month.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll print that out this week, and next week we'll show you guys what the old schoolhouse looks like. And if you're a channel member, you can print out up to 100, and I think they would be great in your booths for back to school.
We also have a live video coming up Tuesday.
That's right, we do.
Yeah?
We have a live video coming up Tuesday.
It's like middle of the month almost already.
Oh, man. I can't catch a break.
All right, guys, we will see you later.
Hit thumbs up, subscribe, notifications, all that jazz. And if you click share and you would share this video on Facebook, that would be awesome. We love making new friends. Bye, you guys.
Have a good night.
Good night.